It's not going to yell at you, use me, use me, use me, use me, notification, notification.
The Light Phone 2 is a smartphone, but it's one that's designed to be used as little as possible. It can make calls, send texts, and do some smartphone-specific things like hail an Uber, all without the bright and shiny distractions that come with a regular smartphone.
The black and white limitation makes sense for the functionality. Clearly, this phone will never scroll Instagram. It would just be, a sort of tool.
Unlike the original screenless Light phone released in 2016 that could only make calls and was meant to be a way to get off the grid for periods of time, Light Phone 2 has a Kindle-like monochrome e-ink display powered by a special version of the Android smartphone OS and 4G wireless, so it's capable of handling light remakes of some useful apps for things like getting directions or pulling up the weather. Designer and co-creator Joe Hollier says including that extra bit of functionality makes the idea of using a Light phone as your main phone seem more reasonable.
Being able to send a message or set an alarm clock, for instance, meant that, a lot of users would be able to go light more often and even use this as their only phone.
The new Light phone, now being launched for crowdfunding, is coming at a time when the topic of smartphone addiction is hitting the mainstream. A campaign called Truth About Tech, fronted by former Facebook and Google employees, has recently caught headlines by raising claims that today's ad-motivated digital services use things like endless scrolling and push notifications to keep us locked into our digital smartphone screens all day by design.
Their whole metric of success is how many hours a user spends a day on their product. How can that possibly, be aligned with our quality of life? So the conversation is naturally escalated.
So, with probably more people than ever looking to find a healthy and practical way to break out of the smartphone spell, Hollier, an artist first and foremost, thinks the $400 Light Phone 2 is not only a cheaper option than stripping apps and disabling features from your $700, $800, or even $1,000 handset, but it's also a more beautiful and simpler one.
Where we position ourselves as, a sort of refreshing alternative.
Discounted pre-sales for Light Phone 2 are being taken now at the company's Indiegogo page, with an estimated release for the phone set for April 2019.